All right. There we go. Okay, so today we are studying business plans. We'll do half of it today and then half of it on Friday. I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow, so no class. Develop, implement, revise, and support business plans, operating policies, and procedures. So first thing they want to go into is corporate goals. Provide the company with its basic direction. So company goals drive the need for a business plan. And common definition of goals, they're broad statements of ideal future conditions. General statements of anticipated or projected outcomes, usually more global in scope than objectives. So they're a little higher level. They go strategy, strategic goals, objectives, and then tactical. Common definition of objectives, which is the section below goals, is a broad aim or desired outcome made specific in terms of time and degree. So that's kind of the difference between an objective for them and a goal is it's specific in time and degree for an objective, where a goal is not. And it relates to specific time periods. Tactics are the lowest level. They're planned and ad hoc activities meant to influence events and to move from one milestone to another in pursuit of objectives. So you got goals, then you got objectives, then you got tactics. Common themes for goals, the future, desired outcome, tie between goals and plans. And then, SMART goals, specific for them. SMART goals mean specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. And then strategic goal versus operational objectives. So strategy is usually 5 to 10 years. Operational is usually 1 to 5 years. Strategic goals usually at the top of the company are less specific and have longer time frames, and operational activities usually set by mid-level of the company and more specific and have shorter time frames, 1 to 5 years. And research has shown employees are involved in the goal setting process. They are more likely to be committed to the goal's attainment as opposed to just being given the goals. This is essentially management by objective, otherwise known as MBO, or Japanese call it Hoshin. Goals should be difficult to attain, but realistic. And you want qualitative and quantitative goals. So most of your goals should be quantitative. They can be measured with dollar values or some number. Qualitative are measured by opinion or consensus. They're more difficult, but you do need some. And here's your theory of planning slide. So the VP level, it's doing strategy, development goals. So the strategy and the goals go together 5 to 10 years. And then the operational plans and objectives go together. That's 1 to 5 years, and that's at like the director level. And then assistant directors and commodity managers are down in the year or less level, and they're doing tactics and individual performance criteria. And each level supports the level above it. And now we go into a business plan. But first, they're going to talk about missions and visions and all that good stuff. So the company vision represents an overarching purpose of the organization, its role in society, and the reason for its existence. It's a little bit different than the mission. The vision statement addresses how the company will get to where the mission statement is heading. And it addresses the following: hiring, resource allocation, treatment of suppliers, employees, etc. Here's an article on writing a company mission that I kind of liked. It's kind of interesting. And it's only a few pages, so read it at your leisure. So the first thing we're going to put together is the vision. Where are we headed? And what's our reason for existence? Then from the vision, we're going to step down and we're going to do a mission statement. also where are we headed, but it's narrower than the vision statement. Some companies like PACCAR will combine the two. A mission statement ideally would address things like who we are, what needs to, what needs do we want to meet, how do we intend to meet those needs, and what are our central values. And you'll see some purchasing departments have their own mission statement that would support the company mission. We don't really operate with one here. This is the top 5 missions we looked at before. And here's an article on the mission statement and how to write one. What's your mission question? Why are we here in the first place? This addresses the mission and not the vision. So we got a vision statement, and now we got a mission statement to go together. And here's PACCAR's mission statement, otherwise known as SP1. It's pretty long for a mission statement, but it's what we got. I think this takes you to the standard procedures. Yeah, standard policies.
Would that not be the mission and the vision? Because
Yes.
it has how it's what we are and then how we're going to do it.
Yes, PACCAR combines the two, and it's not uncommon for companies to do that. Here's a mission statement we looked at before from 2007 for purchasing. It's soup to nuts. It kind of covers everything. And then this is another thing that I had found. Purchasing mission, internal, external goals, and objectives doc, I think what this is. Yeah, this is something else somebody put together. Policy, attribute, measurement. And this is pretty old again, too. This is from like 2007, 8, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, 2005. I think that's the last time we did any work on the purchasing side of things. But, you can have a mission statement for the department, but it's got to support the company's mission. Values statement. Core values are deeply ingrained principles that guide all the company's actions, and they serve as cultural cornerstones. So they include general principles, commitment to the environment, fair treatment of employees, charitable work, contributions to improve in an industry and profession. Aspirational values are those that a company needs to succeed in the future, but currently lacks. That's an aspirational value. And permission to play values simply reflect the minimum behavior and social standards required of any employee. And accidental values arise spontaneously without being cultivated. People in the company have these accidental values. They usually reflect common interests or personalities. Our values are essentially our code of business conduct. This is an article that's I found interesting. I don't know if you guys remember the company Enron, but Enron was the guys that brought us the SOX legislation because they were so crooked. But here's their corporate value: communication, respect, integrity, and excellence. So just because you write it down doesn't mean that you practice it. That was Enron's corporate value. But the guy talks about value statements. And this one's a little bit longer, but not too bad. And then PACCAR's Code of Conduct has got our own website here. It's in English. Usually we have to do a little video thing on this every 2 years or so. So here's your strategic planning process. Vision, where we want to go, mission, your current purpose, the values, input into the mission and the vision. And then you've got an organizational strategy, how you're going to achieve these two. And then each of these guys may have a mission. So that's the ideal. This is kind of how PACCAR does it. Code of conducts, our values. SP1 is our vision and mission. And really, our organizational strategy, the most visible is the creating the truck models. And you got these different strategies down here. Some of them are written down, some of them are not. Purchasing strategy kind of centers around truck savings and commodity strategies and supplier performance management and Six Sigma.
What's BCC?
Best cost country sourcing. So China, India, that type of thing. That is not as popular as it used to be. Here's the business plan sections. You got an overview, marketing, plan and strategy, human resources. This is down at the plant manufacturing level. Accounting, risk kind of cover the whole company. And then ISM always likes to put the green aspect in there. And this generic business plan, this is more of a business case than a business plan. And business planning from the company goals evolves corporate strategy, and then it's translated into company plans. So plans are simultaneously all of the following. They're roadmaps, definite courses of action, establishment of goals and objectives. Now, this is an interesting one from PACCAR. Business plan puts management's desires into an action document. And some of the more important questions you got to answer with a business plan is things like, what is the business we're in? Who are our customers? Where are we going? And how will we get there? And then you've got elements. This goes back to this again, kind of explains each one: overview, marketing plan and strategy, operations capabilities, which is more your manufacturing at your plants, financial plan, critical business risks, and sustainability and social responsibility. And key issues addressed include analysis of resources required, authority levels for decisions, skill requirements of the individual, and any gaps that you might have, timeframes, and additional supplementary data. And then you got to modify the plan on occasion, maybe quarterly, maybe monthly. It's a dynamic process. And once a plan is implemented, it needs to be monitored and adjusted. And our buddy Deming over in Japan came up with the PDCA cycle, Plan, Do, Check, Act. And then you got a few different types of plans that ISM recognizes. You got strategic plans, 5 to 10 years out, operational plans, 1 to 5 years out, tactical plans, less than a year, standing plans, plans that are used time after time, or off-the-shelf plans. Organizational policies basically are standing plans. Procedures, contingency plans are a subset of standing plans. And then you have a single-use plan created for particular situations. So these plans end when the goal has been reached. I can't really think of any single-use plans. I can think of contingency plans. Okay, our first group question for the day. As part of a long-term strategy, Linda Pettit, the CEO of Lahana Manufacturing, has established 4 key goals for the fiscal year: increase manufacturing's top-line revenue, increase volume, reduce cost, and bring new innovative product offerings to the marketplace. So those are the 4 goals she's got. Which of the following statement best illustrates how supply management can have the most impact towards achieving those 4 goals?
See.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So you can kind of just cross D off, and you can cross A off. They better be C.
I guess
It's-
Henry, Aaron, and Marcus, let me know if you want me to stop participating so you have a chance to jump in there. And, yeah.
Aaron will jump in there
All
every
good.
once in a while.
I
Yeah,
agree with
Aaron's
I'm
I
more of
agree with
a
Lena.
I'm more of a
It's C.
second question kind of guy.
Yeah.
Gotta get warmed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Oops. Gotta go to the questions. Oh, I went too far. I guess we only have that one because we split this thing in half. So we get the other one tomorrow. So there's questions out on the chat. And do questions 1 to 5. We'll do the rest of them on Friday. So go ahead and get started on those. All right. Yeah, just guys raise your hand when you guys get done. I better go find some answers here.
My hand was raised, but
Oh, okay. Marcus, are you with us?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Okay. Let's go over some answers then. Number 1 is Delta. Since corporate goals are strategic, broad in nature, and define the future states. Number 2 is Charlie. Examples of implementation strategies that are not part of the 8-step model. 3 is also Charlie. Raw material availability is not one of the 8 key areas of a business plan. Although it's probably incorporated in there somewhere, it's not a specific book.
Is it
4 is
because
also,
it's raw material availability is how to meet your business plan goals, or is that the reason
yeah, I
why?
mean, it's
Okay.
probably part of operational capabilities,
Uh-huh.
but it's not a book in itself. It's
Okay.
what the question is really asking.
Got it. Okay.
C is correct for number 4. Objective is a broad aim, and this is how you tell the difference between an objective and a goal. It's more by using time and degree of specificity. That goes with objectives in ISM's world. And then 5 is alpha. Business plan will detail out how procurement will contribute to the corporate goals. And what's wrong with Charlie is incorrect, because the procurement mission statement can be part of the plan, but it will not provide a detailed roadmap. And when you see Acme, then I usually wrote that question. So if you don't like it, you can yell at me. All right. So no class tomorrow. I gotta go get drilled on, and then we'll pick up Friday with the second half of this.
All right.
Thanks everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Thank
Sounds good.
you.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.